see you later. If I thought I'd see you later.
Alright, yo, what's good, boys? Today's been rough, bro. It's been a rough first day back on the charts, and I took an L. Y'all saw the trade on my phone, actually. That was an eval trade again, and that was playing out lower. I went break even. We edged my TP, and we reversed higher, and I got stopped at a break even. And then I entered into a new trade that was literally A+, but it failed. Right, the most A+ setup. I've learned so much today, bro. I hopped on one of my calls with one of my boys, two of my guys. They're both making consistent money with continuations. And they both said the same exact thing, bro. And this is it, bro. Like, this is what God's been trying to tell me over and over again these past few months. So let me show y'all the trade, and then we can go like more into depth on everything else. So, you know, y'all can actually like learn a lot from this. All right, so as y'all can see, let me pull this real quick. Okay, so it might be a little too bright. I can't lie. Is it too bright? No, it's fine. Okay, y'all can see I lost 1,000 on, you know, each account, bro, right? Really sucks, but it is what it is, okay? You can see the next target after this was this low, and that's what ended up actually hitting. But going into the day, the targets were this hourly low and this low past right here. So you go on the 1 minute right here, and you could see a bunch of chop. I didn't take any of this, obviously. This is absolute garbage price action. And then on the evals, this is an eval style trade. I ended up taking this short right here, okay? And this is what y'all saw earlier. Put my stop loss like around, I think like right here. So I would have made, you know, I think like 1,200 or something like that, 1,300. And then, you know, we ran lower and we got break even. Again, this is just more, you know, not mechanical. This is more of a eval style setup. And then what do we get right here? We got a 5-minute gap tap right here. Beautiful retrace, strong retrace like always. I enter right here. A lot of other people did as well. This is an A+ setup. And I put my stop loss right here. Because most likely, bro, like, this is really unfortunate. This, like, rarely happens. If we're really going to go up to this point, bro, we're going to continue. Like, I'm just going to get stopped out, and that's exactly what would have, like, I mean, yeah, I might have gotten break even right here if we went lower. I'd have no clue. If we saw this, yeah, I would have won break even right here. This would have been a break even trade if I put my stop loss right here, but RR is a little bit weird, so I didn't do that. And, you know, most of the time, it logically makes sense. Like, we're not going to return right here. So I put my stop loss right there, got stopped out, and then we ended up, you know, eventually taking it. But what I've learned, bro, because again, this is the most A+ setup of all time. 5-minute gap tap. Beautiful reaction out of that gap, right? My boy that I talked to earlier, he went break even right here. He went break even after this close. Because, again, based off of market experience, discretion, I can't take these A+ setups anymore and them just always work, right? Based on discretion, right? We're chopping. We have terrible market conditions to the first draw on liquidity, right? Very, very slow. And once we had the first draw on liquidity, even to the second one, we're still going pretty slow. We're kind of chopping around. We're not moving super cleanly like this. All of a sudden, we edge the low. All of a sudden, we start having insane volume. 5-minute gap tap. An immediate reaction out of that 5-minute gap tap. Like, perfect volume right here these past, like, 8 minutes. And then, you know, so like this right here, once we get this close, we have this fat 40-point gap. And at this point, bro, with how we just recently moved, like, all the slow price action, now we're moving quick. We should flush lower. If we're truly bearish, we're going to flush lower right now. If not, then we're going to retrace in this gap, and most likely, since it's so big, we're going to have a deep retrace. So this is what my friend applied, right? And it allowed him to get a break even on this trade, right? So these setups don't work anymore, bro. And hold up, let me talk to y'all. Because like, let me spit facts for a second, bro. And like, just a huge realization that I had today. Y'all realize that people that trade TGR strategy, even the guy that I'm really talking about right now, bro, he traded TGR strategy and was like, he requested like, I think like a $15,000 payout on like MFFU or something. Like a year ago, he was trading TGR strategy mechanically when it used to work mechanically, right? And then all of a sudden, boof, the model stopped working, right? You can't take the A+ TGR setup anymore, break a structure, whatever it is. It stopped working, right? Same thing with this. For the past few months, you know, mechanical setup, the mechanical approach to this setup, which is, you know, A+ drawn liquidity, you know, retrace into a gap and good confirmation out of that gap, right? That's the A+ setup, type. That's the A+ setup foundation, right? And it's worked great. It's allowed me to request my first ever payout, right? Plus, obviously a little bit of discretion. It's not like a 100% mechanical model the way that I was trading it beforehand. But what I've realized recently, bro, these setups aren't working anymore. Just like the TGR strat, they don't work anymore. Mechanical setups with a continuation model, with this exact one, are not as good as they used to be. So I need to apply my own discretion. People that still trade TGR strategy are still profitable because they're using discretion. TGR is still profitable with this strategy because he uses a lot of discretion. That's it, right? He's not following, okay, because like every single time I see these types of setups, 5-minute gap tap, good confirmation out of it to A+ draw liquidity, I'm in there because that's the mechanical approach. And I haven't even realized that. I haven't even realized that I'm trading mechanically like that. I've just been thinking, okay, like, well, I'm staying out of bad conditions, I'm waiting for good displacement, that's good discretion. No. Discretion, it's something that I've struggled with so much, and that's what's holding me back so much. And this just confirms it all. So starting today, bro, I am paper trading, and it might suck for y'all, bro. I mean, I'm guessing y'all are still going to watch some of these videos every single week. Y'all aren't going to see me banging XFAs probably this month, right? Maybe next month, who knows? Lord willing, by next month. But probably for the next few weeks, bro, until I figure, my discretion out, based on, okay, what are the candles doing? Right? What's the market been telling me since market open? Right? What genuinely makes sense? Not following a set list of rules like, okay, well, I can't take longs off of high. I can't take sketchy retraces. I need to legitimately have, obviously, the foundation. I need to have a safe stop loss, and it needs to be to an A+ draw on liquidity and good confirmation. Right? I still need to apply that basic foundation, but all these other things that I've focused so much on following, the rules of don't long off high, don't long off low, make sure that we're really close to the draw liquidity, stuff like that. I need to decide those. I need to make those decisions based off of my own market experience, because that's what's going to make someone profitable. That's why trading bots will never work. They may work for a short period of time, just like the TGR strategy. They may, if you get like a really high quality one. They may. And bots in the future, they're never going to be able to do it because the market is ran off of emotions. It's ran off of emotions, bro. Human emotions. Yes, there's, I believe there's, some sort of, whatever it's called, algorithms and all that. There's definitely algorithms, 100%. There's banks that have proved that. There's algorithms, PCs run, and computers run the markets. But overall, on the high time frame scale, the market is ran by emotions. Right? So that obviously makes sense that mechanical models, structural models don't work. You need to apply your own human instincts and what you've gained over time, over months and months and years of being in the markets. So this is something that a lot of you can learn from. Or if y'all are struggling right now, and if y'all's models was working a few months ago and you're doing great and now you're struggling, which is a lot of you, because I've heard, bro, I've gotten a lot of DMs recently saying the same thing, bro. A lot of you. Please learn from this lesson I have learned. It has taken me so long to learn this lesson, and from now on, I'm going to be paper trading until I can build my own discretion, build my own market experience, and just take trades that I trust in more instead of following a set plan every single time, just like my mentor strategy, right? I'm going to start trusting in my own discretion, and that's what's going to allow me to eventually, become profitable. So I'm going to start paper trading. I'm going to start back testing a little bit every single day, and we're going to figure this out, bro. It's been hard, and today, I'm halfway to blowing the accounts, but I don't care. I'm just going to leave the accounts be, and hopefully by the end of the month, I'll figure things out, and I'll be able to top back on and, go from there. But this is just the most obvious clear sign today that, this model does not work mechanically anymore, or at least for now. So I just need to find my own discretion, find my own edge in the markets, and stay consistent with it. Yeah, a bit of a yap, guys, but I truly believe that this can be very, very insightful for some of you guys because, again, it has taken me forever. I'm a very, very slow learner, and it's taken me a long, long time to learn this myself. So hopefully, I truly believe that this is what's holding me back right now. It's just trusting in my own instincts, trusting in my own market experience, and just taking trades that make logical sense to me. So, yeah, boys. Yeah. All right, boys, so today we ended up taking a trade. I'm going to be showing that in a little bit. It is currently Wednesday, We took a really good trade this morning, but yeah, let's just look at this beautiful meal we got. So we had the ground beef outside, but it was still frozen, and I forgot to take it out last night. So we have to just get a little bit of beef heart instead. That John's rear again. We got four eggs, some bananas, and some kiwis with cinnamon and honey on it. So we're about to bust down on this, go outside, enjoy the day a little bit. And in a little bit, I will show you all the trade that we ended up taking today and go into the logic of it and all that stuff. So I'll see y'all boys later. All right, yo, what's up, boys? It is currently Wednesday. Y'all saw that I just did a bit of editing. We just posted that video. It is getting uploaded right now. So we'll be doing that. But yeah, so let's review real quick the trade that we took today on Top Step. All right, so obviously this is paper account. So where's it at? Yeah, here it is right here. Not bad. So bias is pretty 50-50. We had this hourly high, and then we also had, like these hourly highs, these collective hourly highs up here. And we had also these lows as well. So we could really just go either way, right? So off of open, what do? We have this hourly gap right here, and we have this crazy respect, okay? So I hopped on the 5 minute, right? And we got a super bullish closer here on the 5 minute. And this is just a complete, respect of this hourly gap. We digged super deep into the hourly gap and immediately started to get a nice reaction out of it. 5 minute good closures. Everything was checked out pretty decently, right? And then this just completely sold it to me, right? The fact that we're going higher, right? Highs, the hourly highs right here. And we have these, multiple 50-point candles higher. These candles, bro, this literally just sells everything. But once we get this gap tap right here, and this deep of a retrace all the way down here, within 1 minute, we run all the way back up, which is about 50 points. We run 50 points back up, respect the gap, have a bullish candle close. This is perfect. This is perfect, bro. Again, applying my own discretion based on what's going on, bro. We have a 50-50 high time frame draw on liquidity, but does it make sense for us to open up, have good price action, 50-point expanding candles higher, and then get this deep of a retrace, still respect the gap, get a bullish close, and not continue to go higher? Everything was just screaming bullish to me, right? I just trusted in the bias, set my stop loss at this low. Genuinely, it just doesn't make sense. I didn't wait for candle closure here. It genuinely just doesn't make sense after this deep of a retrace, how bullish price is moving, how clean it is for us to run back down to this low, right? If we run back to the down to this low, either we're just going to continue to chop, or we're either just going to start chopping, or my bias is completely wrong. So that's where I entered, or it was somewhere around here. It was a 1-to-1. Somewhere around here. And yeah, this is pretty much the trade. So one break even when we swept this high over here, kind of a little bit random, but just being patient because I didn't want this gap to be retraced into and continue higher. I just trust in the bias, trusted in my market experience, and it absolutely banked. So this is the trade, and then after this we had this set up here, but I just didn't like this too much. There's a 5 minute gap tap right here to this next hourly high. Yeah, this right here. I personally just didn't like this because we are extremely overextended right here. Extremely overextended. We have yes, we did get a 5 minute gap tap, bro, but I need to see an actual move lower, an actual deep retrace. This is super sketch, and we didn't even you would have had to enter into this halfway. So that on top of us taking multiple draws already, overextended without a retrace, that just wasn't a trade worth taking. It did end up playing out, but yeah. So that's pretty much the day. Right now, I'm just going to backtest probably for an hour and a half or so and take some notes and get this YouTube video out as well. Pretty much posted all my reels today. I got to edit one more and then post that, but already have it, filmed and everything. So it's been a pretty good day, pretty successful day. Thankful to God that I was able to improve today. Just work on my discretion, work on genuinely just what makes sense in the market. And I'm at the point right now, and we'll continue to test that through back testing a little bit. Even though discretion is mostly gained through live market experience, I'll be testing you what specific things am I good at? Even though it may not exactly follow the model, genuinely what makes sense. So yeah, gonna be doing that, and yeah, so I'll probably see y'all boys later, probably tomorrow. Peace out. Yo, what is good, boys? This morning it is Thursday, and we got NFP news that just released, and we could have a possible setup lower. Now it's kind of cooked because of this candle. I was looking for like another like really bearish candle close like this one right here in this area to take shorts, like a little quick 1-to-1 to the data low. Got just aggressive entry, but obviously we're not getting that. We tapped the 5-minute gap, and it seems like we're going to try to push higher. So bias is pretty bullish today to this high if we're going to run past this high. But for now, I'm kind of 50-50. We could, I'm more right now. It's kind of looking more bearish, but we'll see what happens. Got some grub right here, ground beef, eggs, kiwi, a little bit of blueberries, and some banana with honey. So yeah, exciting news, boys. Tomorrow, I just remembered, it was on my calendar. We have the wisdom teeth tomorrow being pulled out. So I might film a little bit of it. I'm gonna be cooked. The first time in my life I'm about to be high. so it's probably pretty funny, but yeah, so I'll probably film a little bit of that. So stay tuned for that part of the video. But yeah, let's see if we get anything nice today. Right now it's 8:44, so we still have like a whole another hour until market opens, but we could get a good setup to data lows. So, all right, yo, what's good, boys? So today we ended up taking a loss, and then we just back tested as well. We got getting some pretty good stats. I'm not gonna lie, best stats I've ever had. So yeah, we're working on the RR, bro. Again, like every single trade I'm going for is like an average of like 1 to like 1.3 RR. That's like my like absolute average so far in the back testing. So yeah, the reason why it's again like lower R is because of how many break evens, bro. I've been taking so many break evens, bro. So many break evens, and we're finding that we're learning. You can see I have like a few notes down here, but overall we have a 82% win rate, 83% win rate, steady progression on the chart, and about again 80% win rate or 80% RR. So yeah, that's so far the stats. We're going to continue to back test. We're gonna go like to 2024 too as well. Do that, but I've already back tested for like, as you can see, it's like 11 o'clock. I've back tested for an hour and a half today, so probably gonna be done. Don't want to fry my brain too much and just start taking bad trades. So we'll probably back test again tomorrow, and yeah, so we might review a little bit of the back testing and do a few notes on maybe like what are the types of trades that work more, what's the ones that don't work very well, why am I getting break even so much, stuff like that. But yeah, today this is what we ended up taking, and looking back at it now is a terrible entry, bro. So yeah, we have this data low over here, and this happens in my backtesting as well. Like a lot of the losing trades in my backtesting in the beginning of the backtesting journal up here, you can see more of these losses came from me trying to short to like data lows and stuff too aggressively. And this is a perfect example. Like today, yes, we had this data low right here, which again, y'all know I play aggressively too. I don't need a gap tap or anything like that with it. But we have this 50-minute gap here as well. We have this 50-minute gap here. And you can see off of open, we tap into the 50-minute gap, and we just have this weird fat wick off of it, okay? You can see right here, off of open, we dump lower, we get really close to the data low, and then we wick all the way back up, right? It's just a fat wick. Then the next candle was a really, really bullish candle, right? Again, kind of wick down a little more. And then we started pushing lower pretty aggressively. I enter right here. Again, at this point, there is no good confirmation that we're actually going lower. We have not really gotten a good candle closure that says we're going lower. So looking back at this now, there isn't enough confirmation when it comes to closure that's saying that this is going to be a high quality setup, that we're most likely going to rip through this 50-minute gap and target this data low. So yeah, like again, like a lot of the kind of bad losses and just like stupid losses on my back testing is from data low, data high entries, just me being a little too aggressive and me just like having a too tight of a stop loss or whatever it may be. In this scenario, I think again the stop loss is pretty good. If we got a bearish close like this, like this candle right here, this would have been a beautiful stop. But yeah, I really just think I was just too quick to jump the gun. I literally just didn't go break even. This is something I learned as well. Like, again, like it would be different if I entered like all the way down here, but I'm not going to do that. I entered right here, and we pushed halfway down. At this point, bro, after sweeping this low, And us rejecting like this off this low again, like just being prices just being really wicky, I should have went fully break even. This is just kind of just a sign right here. Oh shoot, we're going low right now. But hit data low. This is not a terrible short actually. Not a terrible short. That's a beautiful trade, bro. Bang. But yeah, overall, I just really entered way too early into this trade with not enough confirmation that we're going to go to data lows. Price is really wicky, so again, like there's just not enough confirmation, and this should have definitely just been a break even since I entered like right here in this area. Once we set this internal low, this definitely should have been a break even trade. So learned a lot today, improved a lot, and yeah, we're just going to enjoy the rest of our day. All right, what's good, boys? So right now it is 12:22. We are cooking up some food right now. We're about to go outside and do a little talk with y'all boys. A little bit of Bible talk, but making a little bit of eggs. We got an avocado, we got some kiwis, some dates, and some beef. So, yeah. Bro, it doesn't matter how many times I eat this, bro. Like, it's still good. Every single time it's good. I never feel bloated. You know, it's not the highest quality yet, but y'all know how expensive it is to actually get, like, healthy meats, really healthy eggs, pasture-raised eggs, and all that stuff. So we'll get to the point where we can. But, you know, for now, this does well and a lot healthier than eating, you know, garbage and Hot Pockets and all that stuff. So, yeah, let's go outside. All right, so I just finished up some lunch. This morning I was reading the last part of Timothy, 2 Timothy, and there's these 3 pieces of scripture that are really, really impactful. And yeah, so in 2 Timothy 4 verse 5, it says, "But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist," which means pretty much like spread the word, save others, right? "Make full proof of thy ministry." And then in verse 8 it says, "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that love his appearing." So he's saying that, you know, from verse 5, if we do the things for God, right, if we endure afflictions, if we go through hard times and we continue to have faith in God, if we do the work of an evangelist and we don't keep the love of Christ and the truth to ourselves, but share it to everyone else, like kind of like what I'm doing right now, and then make full proof of thy ministry. I don't really know exactly what that means, but y'all know what I'm saying, right? When y'all do these things and you have love for God and you know you follow His commandments and you do His will, right? And you share this, share the word to everyone, and you're just righteous, bro. You're just righteous. When you're righteous, that's exactly what it says in verse 8. When you're righteous, it leads to you being crowned with the crown of righteousness, right, by God, the perfect judge. On that day when we all die, on that day, you know, when Christ comes, that's when all of us who are truly righteous, down to the heart, right, down to our core, will be crowned with righteousness and be saved by Jesus Christ. And then after that it says, in verse 18, it says, "And the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work, and will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen." Oh shoot, I got some egg. There you go. So I just thought those were really good pieces of scripture. Just pretty much saying like what's essentially going to happen. Like what will happen if you live a righteous life and you live a life for God, right? Not, you know, only seeking to do good things just to do good things and just to go to heaven, but to do good things out of the love of your heart, you know, to evangelize, help others, and lead them to Christ. You know, endure afflictions, go through the hard times, and still have faith through God, and build a ministry, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. Like I'm building a ministry of believers and followers through my trading community, through what, you know, God has provided me. You know, I don't know, bro. I just really look forward to the day where, you know, I either pass or Jesus comes down, and you know, shows Himself again, and I'll be able to, you know, hopefully be forgiven of all my sins and you know, make it to eternal life. Because again, like all these things, guys, are short term. All these struggles that you're going through are short term, right? That's what I constantly remind myself of. Like, bro, this suffering that I'm going through right now, it's not gonna matter. This suffering that I'm going through right now, it's not gonna matter, you know, in the next life. It's not going to matter as long as I'm doing the will of God, and I'm growing in my faith every single day with God and spreading His love as well. That's just a cherry on top. I just look forward to eventually not having any pain, not suffering, and just being in the presence of God, bro, forever in eternity. It's hard to think about that, bro, but it's crazy, because it's real, bro. It's real, and I just can't wait, bro. I just can't wait. We're gonna make it, through these short-term trials and tribulations that God is putting us through, obviously, and we'll live a good life. We're gonna live an amazing life. But for right now, these pieces of scripture really stick out to me. Like, bro, life sucks right now. It doesn't suck, but it's hard. It's really hard what I'm going through. But I'm gonna make it through. And one day, none of this suffering is gonna matter, because we're just gonna be at peace. We're gonna be at peace in heaven. So, yeah, right now I'm actually gonna go on a little walk. I haven't posted any reels today so far. It's like almost 1 o'clock. So I have to post a few reels as well. Bro, these yellow jackets are actually so annoying, bro. This dude keeps on trying to eat on my plate. The yellow jacket, bro, he keeps on like hopping on my plate trying to eat it like every single day, bro. He shows up at the same time when I have my food out here, bro. And he grinds. He grinds on the egg yolk. And today I actually caught him slipping, bro. I got my spoon, I smacked him, bro. But yeah, right now we're gonna go for a walk and enjoy the sunny day, as y'all can see, and then afterwards get some work done. And then we already back tested like an hour and a half today, low-key a lot. But so yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. The past like 2-3 days, bro, I've been back testing like in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock, starting at 3 o'clock after everything else I've done. And bro, I'll stop working at like 5 o'clock. So hopefully today I'll end my work day earlier, finish everything that I need to do earlier so I can enjoy the rest of my day. But yeah, I'll see y'all boys later on. Peace out. All right, yo, what's good, boys? So right now it is Friday morning. Today we actually do not have an appointment to get my wisdom teeth removed. It was apparently moved from today to like next month, like December like 11th or something like that. So we're not getting our wisdom teeth pulled out today, which is pretty good. But right now we're eating some breakfast and watching some YouTube. But I want to point something out to y'all, boys. If y'all are utilizing the 1 minute and y'all are continuation traders, and you catch yourself, taking premature trades maybe before the expansion and all that, you're getting chopped out, and then price, begins to actually move. Utilize the 5 minute, right? Right here, draws and liquidity for the day. It's 50-50. We have this huge 4-hour gap from yesterday's 1,000-point dump, right? 4-hour gap we could easily retrace into, or we're just going to continue dumping lower to this hourly low, right? We're kind of in this hourly range a little bit, and it's just, again, it's really, really 50-50 on where we're going, right? We have this 50-minute gap that's kind of saying, okay, like if we're going to dump through this is going to be the target, but if we're going to continue respecting this, kind of bouncing off of it, we're going to target these highs. But I'm not taking any trades in this 5 minute range. Utilize the 5 minute, bro. Utilize the 5 minute. Utilize the 5 minute. Wait for us to break out of the range. This is a range. Wait for us to break out of the range high. Target the actual legitimate target. Okay? So, you're not going to see me getting chopped up in this while a lot of people do, probably. All right? I'm even this. Like, if we inverse this gap, I don't care that we tapped into this 15-minute, bro. This is chop. We are in a range. Okay? So, I'm waiting until we break out of this high. So, utilize the 5 minute, guys. That's something I could really say that has helped me out over time, is just utilize the 5 minute. That's how you're just not going to get chopped out. A few minutes later, this trade's about to fail. The one that I already told you about. The inversion right there, 50-minute gap tap, the inversion. Again, we are in a range. We're chopping. This is 100% of the time going to fail, bro. Like, it's just fraud. So, yeah, this is exactly why you use the 5 minute. And news is about to come out too in 2 minutes. So, good boys. So, we just went to eat some lunch. I only had some hibachi steak, so I'm coming back getting more food. I'm not going to lie, bro. I asked for no soy sauce, but they probably had seed oils in it, but it's whatever. Can't stress about that. We got a pretty good lunch, though. Listening to some music as well. Just chilling, but yeah, pretty successful week. A lot learned. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff I need to work on, my discretion and all that, as well as backtesting. I may backtest like an hour this weekend. I'm not going to go crazy at all. I'm not going to backtest normally, probably this weekend. Just play it patient and just backtest a little bit. these next 2 days, take a little break, and then get ready for next week. So yeah, I'll probably pick up the camera a little bit later. Before we end off the video, I want to talk to y'all boys about something. So yeah.
Yo, what's good, gang? What's good?
All right, so something that has been on my mind the past few days is to enjoy the good and the bad in the journey, right? And to just take your time. Take your time, bro. No, there is no rush. So many of us have this deadline, bro. My bad. I don't know if y'all can hear that. So many of us have this deadline in our heads of, when we need to become profitable, when we need to start making money. And a lot of us, actually have real deadlines in life, maybe, right? For me, for example, when I need to move out, when I graduate college, that deadline is coming. And maybe for you, like, you have a deadline for your bills, maybe, and you're deciding to not work a job for some reason. A lot of people decide to do that. You're not working a job, and you're not even fully profitable yet. And you have that deadline in your mind always. And that's exactly why you need to have a job if you don't have, a excessive amount of money saved up for you to be able to not work a job and to chill out and to just take your time. But for me, that time in my brain is always like, bro, like you gotta push it, bro. You gotta push it. Like right now, you gotta push it. And if I just continue to push it, and continue to rush the process, I'm not gonna get any good results back. That's obvious. And it's showing God that, you don't care about the growth that He's putting you through. You don't care about the hardships that He's putting you through for you to grow from and for you to get closer to God from. You're just trying to push the agenda forward and constantly just try to push through the hard times with just things that aren't going to, let's just say fit it. God wants us to back up and to realize that, we're rushing the process a little too much. Slow down. God wants us to realize that and to have that full trust in Him, thinking that, okay, right now, I need to return back to paper trading. Because if I continue to try to rush the process and obviously realize that, my trading is struggling, my technicals are obviously not there. Something's not working. Something's not fitting, right? If I had that mindset and still continue to just, okay, buy more accounts, blow more accounts, buy more accounts, blow more accounts, right? I'm just going to lose all my money. I'm going to put myself in a deeper and deeper hole, and my psychology is going to be cooked, and I might do some things that I've never done before. You know what I'm saying? So even though right now it's hard, and I can't see the future, we never can see the future, but a month ago, 2 months ago, when I was doing pretty well and mechanically trading this model was working really, really well, I had my future set. Okay, next month is my first 5K month. The month after that, 10K month. Now I'm just walking by faith, right? I don't know what's going on right now. My physical self is so confused, and it should be lost, right? If I did not have God by my side, I would be so cooked right now. I would be so cooked. But I'm walking by faith, not by sight, and I'm trusting in God's plan. I'm trusting in God's plan, just waking up every day, just doing what I need to do, what I know I need to do, which is backtest as well as live trade and use my discretion, use my own edge, not copy it, someone's strategy, but to instead use my own discretion, my own edge in the markets. And over time, I trust in God that even though right now I have to go through this slowly, even though right now I'm not trading evals or XFAs, I'm on paper, I'm on demo, bro, 2 years into trading. Even though I'm going through that right now, and it's a slow process, I'm thinking constantly, I got to win like 4 or 5 trades in a row. I got to win a decent amount of times in a row to really trust myself, going back on these evals and XFAs. That's going to take a while, bro. That's what I'm telling myself. But at the end of the day, bro, if you're not going to have that long-term perspective, long-term outlook on trading, thinking that, I need to pass all my accounts right now, I need to make money right now, it's not going to happen, bro. You're just going to force yourself into a worse position. And what I've realized is I can't do that right now. I need to really back up. I need to paper trade. I need to take it slow, and I need to trust in God's plan. Right? Because obviously I want to just keep on trading evals and next phase and all that, but I know that
God wants me to slow down right now. He wants me to slow down and really, really refine my strategy and take it slow, right? Not try to rush the process, but trust in God's timing instead. So I just think that it's just a matter of time, bro. I'm gonna keep on smiling, bro. I'm gonna keep on killing it every single day. I'm gonna keep on hitting the gym every single day. Not every single day. Y'all know my split. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on hitting the gym. I'm gonna keep on eating healthy food. I'm gonna keep on feeling amazing. I'm gonna keep on being healthy. I'm gonna keep on going to the charts every single day. I'm gonna keep on backtesting almost every single day. I'm gonna keep on vlogging every single day. I'm gonna keep on posting videos every single day. I'm gonna keep on posting stories every single day. Every single week. It's about that consistency and just trusting in God's plan. Walking by faith and not by sight. Walking by faith and trusting in God's plan and His purpose in you, instead of looking at the world and the short-term results, which are most likely negative, that you're getting in right now. You gotta take that leap of faith, and you gotta be strong. It's not easy. You gotta be strong, and you just need to walk by faith, not by sight. It's hard. It's hard, but you need to do it. That's the only way that you're going to make it through this right now, and the only way that I'm going to make it through this. And I know that I will make it through this. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I trust in God's plan. So, yeah, just wanted to talk to y'all boys just a little bit towards the end of this video. Get a nice little talk with y'all boys in, as always. And, yeah, just continue to wake up, bro. Continue to push. It's just a matter of time. Like I've always said, bro, it's just a matter of time. You don't see anyone out there that is as consistent as I am, as disciplined as I am for such a long period of time, as disciplined as you are, that do not become profitable, that do not become successful in life. People that actually work day in, day out, through the hard times, through the bad times, through the good times. Those are the people that will actually make it. So, I appreciate y'all boys for watching today's video. Thank y'all again for all the support recently. If y'all want to use my code BG at checkout, we're going to rerun the giveaway. We had a bunch of people, not a bunch of people, we had a decent amount of people use my code this week, BG at checkout, but no one reached out to my Instagram saying that, you know, they bought the account for the giveaway and enter, you know, because all you had to do was just use my code at checkout, and there's multiple people that did that but didn't send me anything on Instagram. So we're going to be running back the giveaway, since most likely, you know, no one's just going to send me it, that they use my code. We'll rerun it next week, see if we get anyone. If y'all are going to buy an Alpha Futures account next week, or maybe even this week, please use the code and send it to me. I will enter you into the giveaway for free accounts, bro. Please. I don't want these accounts to go to waste. If y'all also want to join the Discord, it'll be left down in the description. But other than that, boys, I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have a blessed weekend and a good week coming up. Peace out.